Alright, I think I'm situated. The water is 83 degrees. See if that few degrees makes a difference. See if we can get some top water going. I don't know what's been up with the top water. I was able to leave work today. Figure I'd come out here take advantage of this. Might be able to figure out who's been sneaking in here while I've been at work. Make them YouTube famous. But I'm gonna go to the typical spots. Throw the PB crawler and the scrambler, 6-cent scrambler right now. See how that's going. Skeeter, what is up? Yeah, I hate it. It took me so long to get out here. Really, because I want to do some work while I'm out here. I want to clip up some of the trees and stuff on the path in, and I couldn't find my clippers. It took me about 45 minutes, and then that time the fog just, I mean, you wouldn't be able to see those trees from here, the way as thick as it was a little bit ago. And as soon as that sun come up over the back mountains over there on the other side of the town, it just burned it all off, and I'm like, ugh, my beautiful setting. That's all right, it's still pretty out here. Skeeter, how you doing this morning, brother? I have not seen any fish on my depth finder in the little path I took over here. All right. We will see if we cannot wake them up. My wife can have me when I wake her up all the time, but you know, that's my job. Who else just came in? Slurry, how are you, brother? Well, man, I appreciate that. I was waiting too. First cast. This is going to be a good one. I'm good. I got up, went to work, had me some breakfast. Not in that order, but and we didn't have a whole lot going on today, so we had some other stuff happening. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna dip. I got some good guys. They can handle it today. I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna just enjoy God's country for a little bit, and hang out with y'all, which is really cool. And see if we can't get some blow ups this morning. I really hate that fog burned off. It really looked cool a little bit ago. I wish it was. I mean, you wouldn't have been able to see it across the lake. Like I said, I'm hoping the bite comes up over here. Big thing I'm hoping for, and I was telling the property owner that when I told him I was coming out here, I was like, I hope I can catch some people that figured out my schedule, make them YouTube famous today. I won't be mean to them. That's not really in my nature, but you know, unless it involves my family. But I do want to mess up, let them know my schedule's alternating, even though it's really not. That's smart. Hey, brother, how you doing, real? Good morning. So, hopefully, they'll come out here today and I can make them think my schedule's all out of whack or changing. But like I said, I would have been out here sooner, but I wanted to find my my trimmers. I want to do some work on the trails and stuff while I'm out here today. Yeah, I headed out to work. I already been to work and I'm done. I went ahead and took a day. It's like, you know, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do some fishing and hang out with my boys. And here we are. I don't think I'll get a whole lot being a Monday morning. I don't think I'll get a whole lot of traffic on here, but that's okay. I got the important folks in here. That's what matters. Figure I wanted to just give this a try real quick, even though the sun's already up over here. I'm gonna go hit the other area because it's still shade. I got shade in it. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Yo, Seven Fisher, what's up? Good morning. Happy Monday morning to you. I tell you all this since it's a Monday morning. I'm usually not on here on a Monday morning, but Monday is actually my favorite day of the week. I know everyone thinks that's just me being goofy, but it's really it's your first opportunity to set your attitude and your pace for the rest of the week, and it really is an opportunity. Well, so far the water's here and the fish are here. I haven't. They're really sucking at getting on my hook right now, but I've only been out here about 5 minutes, so I'm usually not out here on a Monday. I'm usually at work. Well, I was at work this morning, but I went ahead and took off. We're hoping I can figure out the people who've been trespassing, sneaking in here while I've been at work. Make them YouTube famous today. That'd be kind of cool. Because I won't be ugly to them, but. Whew. It was much better. That fog was so much better. I was really looking forward to that. How are you doing this morning? Whew. Tell you what, when I'm driving towards that thing, I really got to reel fast. Maybe use a different reel. It's got a higher ratio on it. The good thing, fish will hit it when it's just sitting there. Yeah, I'm blinded by the sun right now. Give me just a second. If y'all make some comments, I'll hit you back in just a second. Blinded. Yeah, I want to get over here in the shade. Last little bit of shade on the lake. I just want to hit that area back there. That was always a good spot for topwater. And last week it has not been very good. I haven't been digging that. Alright, there's some fish there suspended at least. That's not finding some. The water's cooler. It's 83.5 degrees, which is the coolest it's been in a minute. I was actually pleasantly surprised when I stepped in the water on the way out. Thanks, Real. I appreciate that. It is right at 80 degrees. And it is 7:30. Water is at 83.39. Tell you what, I'm ready for it to cool back down in there. Well, I'm just ready for it to cool down in general. So I'm hoping with it being under 85 degrees, maybe the fish will be hitting that top water for us, putting on a show. Hey y'all, double tap the screen for me. I'm in Alabama, but I'm not scared to travel. I promise. Because I got a couple guys that sent me their address and they messed up by doing that, because I'm gonna show up on their doorstep. But yeah, I'm in central Alabama, north central. I'm about 30 minutes northeast of Birmingham. But yeah, it's private property. It's not my property. I don't want to make anyone think I'm saying that, because I'm not. But it's the property owners are really cool, and in fact, I was talking with the property managers a minute ago. You know, I like letting them know when I'm coming out here, and let them know as I do some work when I got done fishing too. Rhino, I saw you sent me an email, but I didn't. I was already going live, so I couldn't switch over to it. I will check that out when I get done. Yeah, all the normal spots for topwater have not been working well, and I think that has something to do with the people that have been sneaking in here, because that's actually the shallow areas that they can get to. I think they've been overfishing them when they've been sneaking in here. Because every time I catch people in here, they're over here and they're over at the other spot I was just at. I was thinking about going down to Lake Gunnersville this morning and just doing some bank fishing down there. But they have it's like one of the top fisheries in the country for bass. Yes, sir. Rock salt will do it. You sir are 100% correct. And the gun station, which is a gun place right around the corner here, they got pump shotguns on sale right now. You going fishing too? Hey man, sub up. I do giveaways and stuff. We just gave away 2 combos the other day by accident, but we still gave away 2. And next month, which is only right around the corner, is going to be we're going to do another one. Huh. I think I see a soft plastic floating. That's not one that I use. And good luck to you. Awesome, man. Thank you. And good luck, man. I hope you have a big day. Oh, nope. That's just a piece of trash, which... Nope, that's a moth. That's cool. It's one of those Lunista moths. Yeah, I got a little green thing over here I've been looking at. Want to know what it is, and it looks like it's a piece of fishing equipment. I'll get out later and go get that. What's up, boss? Okay, so I kind of cheated. I had a pistol that I always wanted, 1911, and I got one that was like rock armor, and I really just did not care for it, and I ended up trading it for this kayak. So, and I actually got the gun for free. So I started off with 0, but the depth finder was 500, trolling motor a couple hundred, the outriggers were 100. So it adds up quick. And then of course all the stuff that I got and I didn't need, so I probably got close to 1,000 in it. And when I say didn't need, it's like I'd get it on here and realize I didn't like it, and I'd end up either selling it off or giving it away or something. And like I said, and this is with a Pelican Catch 100, which is like a 7, I guess at the time it was a $700 or $800 kayak. Now you can get a kayak, you can go get a brand new one that's mid-grade, you're looking at $1,500. And I'm like, nope. Until this one sinks, when I get back in the market, I'm really looking at the, I say that, the Catch one, the Pelican Catch 110, I'm looking at that. That's about $750 at Academy right now. Oh, I didn't realize that qualified you for the state record. That's awesome. I am starting to see some fish moving around, so that's good. Thanks, boss. I appreciate that, definitely. I had 2 of them. That kind of put a lot of money into the other one too, because my son said he finally quit being a mama's boy. Said he wanted to he wanted to start fishing and hunting, but he decided he really likes hunting. He's not so much on fishing. That's not his thing. But boss, make sure you sub up, man. When I do giveaways, just gave 2 combos away this weekend, and we'll be doing at least 1 more combo next month. I almost got in trouble. I was kidding around. Was it yesterday maybe? I said I was going to anytime I got 200 people in here, because that'll never happen, I'll do a giveaway every time I get 200 people in here. And a minute later, I had 105 people, and I'm like, whoa. I started sending them over to Reels live that he was doing. Thanks, boss. I appreciate you. If you do leave a message on my one of my shorts, I'll definitely sub back. I'll try to find you, but I don't always get my notifications from YouTube. They need to do a better job at that. Like when someone subs, you should get a notification so you can, return the favor and, show some respect. Hey Pam, how are you? How are you doing this lovely Monday morning? Hey boss, where you fish at? Do you make content and stuff? Well, good, Pam. Glad to hear that. It's a good way to start the week off. No, I went about 8 inches too far. All right, man. Will you be safe today? You be careful. I'm digging my mail carriers today. I got some stuff out. My Chrome PB crawlers are out for delivery already. That had nothing to do with me leaving for work. I got the notification after I left. I'm just, Okay, you're in Mississippi. Okay, you're neighbor to the west. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is a good. I mean, if you're gonna get started with that, this is a good community to be in. You're in good company because pretty much everyone in here that you see and talking and everything, we all kind of support each other. I mean, literally, yesterday I was telling people to leave my live and go over to Real Outdoors 42 because I knew he was in a better spot than I was. I knew he was gonna have better catches, and they showed out. Him and his boy did. You'll never see a creator do that. Plus, I scares I have to do a giveaway because I am a man of my word. There's a fish messing around over there. It's gonna keep messing around. It's gonna be in the kayak in a minute. Yeah, y'all. Thanks for double tapping that screen. It helps out a lot. But yeah, boss, we'll definitely help. I don't know how many subscribers you have, but we'll help you get a few more. Definitely. Had a gentleman in here the other day. He was happy he had 11. By the time he left, he had 25. So, and that was just people in the feed, just helping each other out. John Stamos by accident, but he did win. I did tell him he won, so he got one. And then ABC, he won it, which is cool because he's just a kid and he's a good kid. And I was really happy that he won it. So his is already on the way. Well, they should ship it today or tomorrow. I was doing Texas rig the other day. This is a really weird little lake. I'm just hoping with the water level or the temperature dropping a little bit in here because we got some rain and stuff yesterday. I was really hoping that and there was a lot of cloud cover, but the fog burned off. I was really hoping I could take advantage of the topwater. I appreciate that, man. There we go. See, it's all right. Yeah, good for yeah. And Rhino told him, had he won, he was gonna send it to him anyway, or have me send it to him. So again, like I said, just people looking out for each other in here, which is really cool. All right, man. Well, you said you're going fishing? So I hope you have good luck, man. Stop back in, definitely. And like I said, I'll be doing another giveaway here in a couple weeks. Unless I accidentally get 200 people in here, and then I gotta keep my word. Huh. It's not jittering right. Ah. Stay off the grass, man. Come on. Silk City, what's up, brother? Good morning. How's your week starting? Got to start with a positive attitude and it sets you up for the rest of the week. Just kind of just glide right up in there. Hey, y'all double tap that screen. I tell you what, this is a kind of a milestone weekend for me because I had a few good things happening. One, I cleared 2,000 subs, which is really cool. Something I never thought would happen. And I had my most likes the other day, and I had my most people in the room ever. So my PB out of here is actually where it came from. Is 5.09. Caught some 4s, 4.5 pounders, 3.5 pounders. And I caught a lot of dinks. It's not a trophy pond, so I let all the dinks go back in there. But I know if you're trying to do a trophy pond, you want to take them out. I'm not but I haven't been doing that. Caught a 4-pounder the other day on this bait right here. Actually, I had to fix it because the fish broke it. How about you? What's your PB? All right, we're gonna go spinner bait. Have I shown y'all this reel? All right, figures. I put the top water down. I look over and I see 1, 2, 4 fish just broke the surface in the middle of the lake. I'm not anywhere near the middle. I didn't put my koi key on either. Morning, everyone just came in. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Very nice. Boss, I'm actually a Cast King ambassador, so you get the friends and family discount. I put my link and the discount code in the description. TW Fishing, good morning. How are you doing this morning, TW? I just started using bait casters last year, and that's actually how I became a ambassador for Cast King because I was given an Abu Garcia and a Lew's, and I just could not dial them in. And I ended up buying a $40 Sharky 3 from Cast King, and I dialed it in the very first time I used it. Yeah, I just gave away the Cast King Lethal Blaze. I just gave away 2 of those. This right here is an amazing rod. I do not like fluoro, and not fluoro, but mono, and that's what I got on there. I'm used to using braid, but this is the Royal Legend Patriot. I hear you. Check out, like I said, use my link and the code. So even if you don't buy anything, just using the link just lets them know that I'm trying to help them out. So it gives me credit. It doesn't give me no money, but it does give me credit. So that does help me out. Lets them know that I am, doing what I said I'd do. But the funny thing is, I was doing this, like everything you'll see in here. I bought like that Space Saver bags, which are flipping amazing. You know, my pliers, my scale, all this. I bought all this stuff long before I was, you know, an ambassador. I've been bugging them for a year to let me be an ambassador just because I love their product so much. They're about the most innovative company out there when it comes to fishing gear. The my favorite, I was just using my favorite reel a second ago. It's the ALTI. It's the ones with the titanium spool, so it doesn't back because it doesn't get as much. It's so light and so much stronger, but and lighter, but it doesn't get as much inertia. Everyone uses aluminum and stuff, and like airplane grade aluminum and all that, but it's still aluminum. But the titanium is even lighter than that, so you can still put more line on there instead of like the BFS ones where you only get like an 1/8 inch. You know, it's still got a real deep spool, and you don't have all the inertia to create backlashing. Now you can still backlash it. I will prove it. You tell me you can't backlash something, I'll prove to you you're wrong. I, I was mad. I bought a Strike King Red Eye Special. I had never used one of those before. Then I got like 5 hits, and I missed every one of them. I think they were just hitting the spinner. Of course, it's in a tree way up over there, so I don't got to worry about that now. But yeah, I was out here the other day, and I'm like, I want to see how far I can cast this thing and how smooth it is. And I did the whole two-handed cast, you know, where you really just sling it, and it went a lot further and a lot faster than I expected it to. I was not happy with that. I mean, I was happy with it, but you know what I mean. I don't know. That's a good question, TW. When I got it, I'm like, I'm not even going to use it. I'm just putting this on the wall because I got a little studio at home where I can do product reviews and stuff. I have some things I'm going to do. I got like a net and a scale and some glasses, and all right, there we go. A little something popping up right there. And you know, that I'm gonna do reviews on them. After I do them, I'm gonna send them out to people. But I was gonna just hang this up on the wall there because it's just so pretty. And you know how us boys are. We can't get new toys and not play with them. And now that I got it out here using it, I love it. Bam, it was a bass. I believe it. Bass are so aggressive. They think they're the baddest thing in the water. They just don't realize they're not. And I love it. You know, I love it. I can use a 6-inch glide bait and catch a 7-inch bass on it. And it's like, they just don't know how little they are. Someone said one time, that's because they don't have mirrors. And I'm like, that makes perfect sense. You're absolutely right. They don't have mirrors. So they think I think they're all like 10 pounds plus and that they can take on anything. All right, so there's another fish in the surface. What do I got tied on right here? I got the 6-cent scrambler tied on. I think I'm gonna give that a try here in a second. See if I can't pull some of these fish out on a topwater. Yeah, but this is the Royal Legend Patriot, and they cannot keep them in stock. I think right now they got some medium heavy casts. The spinners, they can't keep those in stock at all. They're all out of stock right now. And honestly, I think those look better because there's more surface area for the flag. But I will say this: out of all my reels I have, none of them chipped or had paint fade off. And you see right where my hand's at all the time. It's like that on all of them. The only ones I have is when I put them in the back of my truck. Last year, and they ended up getting flipped over, and they had a spot rubbed right here where they're rubbing on my truck bed, but that was my fault, not theirs. Ah, in Ohio. So you're in Ohio, or are you in Northern Kentucky? MCH, what's up? Good morning. Have you been sneaking in here? Westport, okay. Yeah, it's a good looking one. I have not heard anything bad about it because you always get someone who's gonna have a problem, and you can't mass produce anything and have them be 100%. I mean, there's no company does. It's not possible, and especially when you're dealing with people, because people, and but I mean, this one I still use my thumb with. The ALTI and the MGTI, the ones with the titanium spools. They're the first ones I've had that I don't even have to use my thumb with. Yeah, let me breathe this in now. I'll just do a cast real quick. I'll use the MGTI because it's got a heavier one on there, which is more likely to backlash. This last weekend, the bite has been really, really weird in here, and I don't appreciate it. So this is probably my second favorite reel. It's the MGTI. The reason why I don't like it versus the ALTI is the star drag is so much bigger. Oh, I love catching stripes. Yes, ma'am. Got grass in here and it's still spinning good. I don't like that big because the way I hold it, you can see I'm already touching it. Like I was throwing a koiki on it the other day. It wasn't a koiki, but I don't know what the name was. But anyways, let me do this while I'm talking. Did it behind my? I had to look. Yeah. Okay, we're good. It's behind my phone. Yeah, I love it. I mean, this, like I said, this is the first one I've never had. I mean, it went half a turn past without my thumb. It's first thing I used on it was a real heavy chatterbait, and I just chunked it as far as I could, and I did a short on it, and it was just when I got done, it was boom, and it did not backlash. It was not a hybrid. No kidding. I have not a caught. I have well, I don't know. I've caught some pretty big catfish back when I was a kid, but as far as bass or something like that, in freshwater, I have not caught anything over 10 pounds. I would love to. Um, but we got now you want to talk saltwater. I think the biggest thing I ever caught, and it was actually I was helping a buddy, so it was two of us caught it. It was a 7.5 foot hammerhead. But yeah, this. So the other thing is the ALTI. Let me grab it and just put it over here next to it, so you can see the comparison. The star drag that I'm talking about. I do not like the bigger star drag. Morning, Chase. Because like I said, I got a koiki the other day, about a 4 pound bass hit it, and my drag was horrible. Now the good thing was I was able to recover my my drag because it was so big and I could get my finger over there because it was already there. But still, I just didn't like it. Today, I haven't caught any yet today, but haven't been out here very long either. I just left work and I was hoping I could get out here, and there was a lot of real dense fog. I mean, you wouldn't be able to even see across the lake. By the time I got home, and it's not a big lake at all. By the time I got home, I got back out here, the fog was gone, and I was like, ah. But we're at 83.5 degrees, so I'm hoping that that'll help the fish be a little bit more active. Oh, and the other thing about the ALTI, it's $100 cheaper. I like that too. I know I'm not supposed to be say anything bad about any of them, but I'm gonna give people honest reviews, and that's my biggest issue with this one. But it's got a magnesium body and the titanium spool, so it's only like 5 ounces. So you can throw this thing all day, and you just don't even realize it. I mean, it's ain't no heavier than just using your hand. I gotta put more line on there. That's how far I casted that thing. I about spooled it. What's up, man? Oh, you're not kidding. I honestly, and really, so I just started using bait casters a year ago. And good morning, mine, by the way. Um, and I was trying real hard to get him down. I just couldn't get it, and I was getting mad. I don't like getting beat, so I was like, I had to lose in a Abu Garcia because everyone's like, these are the best. This is what you need to use, and they're not bad. They are really good. And now I will. Anyone says they're not, they're just being they're being ingenuous, and it's like they're awesome. But I was having a hard time with it. I bought a $40 Cast King Sharky 3, and I dialed it in right away, like the first time I used it, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I gave away all my reels, went straight Cast King, and I bugged them for a year, and now I'm an ambassador. Um, Thanks, real. I appreciate that. So, uh, my slime shorts. Let me. Which I just gave away two lethal blaze combos this weekend, and next month I'm gonna do another giveaway, and I'm really contemplating doing the Royal Legend Pro Patriot because I love that rod. Um, so sub up so you can have a chance to get those. And if you leave me a comment, chase outdoors. Hey buddy, but you leave me a comment on one of my shorts or something, and I'll definitely sub back. You're in a pretty good community. Do you make content with your rods? Are you fishing? I heard you. Where y'all at? One thing I like about this lake is you can sight fish. Usually once they start ambushing fish, they stay there for a little while. And I'll give you a little insider information also. I gotta do a couple weeks of training, but here in a couple weeks, I'm gonna do start doing auctions with Cast King stuff. And I was watching Ryan Riggs in one of his auctions the other day, and there had rods that, or $80, $90 reels that were going for $30. Bass and Beyond, good morning. Well, yeah, you're in a good community, man. We do a really good job up in here supporting each other. Um, I mean, shoot, yesterday I had more people than I ever had in one of my lives, but I knew Real Outdoors was going live, and he was at a really good pond. I was telling people go over there and check him out. Leave my life, go on. And it's not about hurting. It's about myself. It's about helping someone else. You'll never find creators that do that, but that happens in here. We really do try to help each other out, and we want to make sure everyone's getting good content. Oh, see what I'm saying? You give me a reel that says they can't backlash it, I'll do it. And it's always when I do that little snappy, that's when it happens. That's really the only time it happens. This point right here is actually usually pretty good to me. See, if I don't do that, that's what I get. Thanks, Bass and Beyond. Be sure if you can, not right now. Watch me throw some lures around for a minute first, but leave me a comment on one of my shorts. And like I was saying a couple times already this morning, that's something that YouTube really needs to do better. Like I put on a bunch of subs, had a whole bunch of subs come on during a couple of my lives. And I'm like, yeah, I'll sub back, when I get done. And because like TikTok, you get done with the live and it tells you everyone who just started following you. So I was like, oh cool, I just follow back, follow back, follow back. I thought it was gonna be that way, and it wasn't. I put on like 800 or so, and I got 5 notifications, and I was really upset because I felt like I was breaking my word because I told people I was gonna do something, and I hate not doing it. But yeah, this is for anyone that's just starting out a channel, or you got one that's already established. It's still a real good community because everybody in here. It's like after I got done with my live, I went to a gentleman over in Arizona last night. I was watching him, and everyone who was just in my live, we were all over there watching him and commenting and helping out and liking and sharing, and all that stuff helps out the channels. And so we all try and do that with each other, and we try to occasionally catch a fish. Yeah, I'm really upset that the cloud cover and the fog burned off, but still under 84 degrees. So, caught a 4-pound bass on this the other day. I got a short of it. It just destroyed it, and literally it did. I had to fix the wings. I sure will. Um, yeah, every now and then I do, but like when I start doing the auctions for Cast King over there, I'm gonna be on a Cast King account, so it's still not really helping me to do my account. Um, I know I'm going a little fast for this, but I'm gonna just let this slide across the lake. But yeah, I don't know if y'all are here. This is my favorite reel right here, the ALTI. If y'all look at my description, I have my link and my discount code. The link, if you use that, it actually helps me because it says that gives me credit for sending people their way, even if you don't get anything. But if you do get anything, there's a discount code in there too. Y'all get the friends and family code. Hey, turtle, 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 turtle. This over here is where my biggest fish have come from, out of here. Yeah, definitely make a video. We'll check it out. Uh, yeah, the water's here been pretty hot. We've been in close to 90 degrees in this lake, and but the top water's still been pretty good. A little disappointed with where we're at right now, and but there's just it's weird. I just started fishing this lake in, like, I don't know, September or October, and the bite in here was just like ridiculous. And now it's like I got to really work for it. I don't know if that's just a summer thing. I thought the bite was picking back up. I had right over here. I've been catching a pretty good bit of fish. Top water, down low, Texas rigging, spin bait, flukes. Oh, I'm definitely gonna be throwing a fluke here in a little bit. You are right. Uh, Actually, I asked the property owner if he minded if I shot the turtles, um, and he told me I was more than welcome to. The main reason why, I mean, some are good to have because they clean up. As far as carcasses, if something dies, they'll eat it no matter what it is. I mean, we had a deer die and it got out of the water, but if it was in the water, they would have ate it. But they poop so much they make the water dirty. There's a reservoir not too far from me. It is deep. It's one of the deeper reservoirs here in Alabama. I need to get back out there. Um, but they put alligators in there, male alligators, years ago, just to help out with the turtle population. And usually we have about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night, we have Canadian geese that'll fly in and hang out back there in that part of the pond. And but like yesterday, they flew over. I was like, yeah, there they are. Expect them to land. They didn't. So they just haven't. Ooh. All right, cool. Right. Bass and Beyond. I'm in Central Alabama. I'm about 31 minutes northeast of Birmingham. Um, oh, I think you asked what I do for work. I work with electric motors. I run the coal department. I just changed jobs. I really like this new job. I was running coal department, high voltage department, winding department, and doing I'm being a quality guy. Yeah, that was a rough job. But where I'm at now, I just run the coil shop. I love it. Might put a popper on. I forgot I just bought a popper. Hey, Libs. No, not yet. I got out here later than I usually do, but I was really hoping the fog and cloud cover was going to stay, and it didn't. So, I mean, I can make excuses all day long. I got to change up and figure out where to get them. I'm going to go hit one more spot with this, and I'm going to try some, get back on the spinner bait. That usually works pretty good. And might tie on a Texas rig. We'll see. Definitely going to go throw a fluke. Yeah, Real Outdoors has me hooked on flukes. Kind of like we got Hickland. We got him hooked on the Topwater. He's got me hooked on flukes. I ain't never used a fluke in my life, and I'm like, where you been my whole life? Get back over here in the shade. One thing about this lake, this lake is just weird. It's not like other fisheries I've been to. One thing is the Topwater is usually an all-day event. I mean, it's like I could pull up my truck at any time and sit over here and just watch fish jump all day long. I'm going to throw Topwater. There's times I've come out here with just Topwater and caught fish all day. That 4-pounder I caught the other day, it was in the afternoon. Sun's still up. It was hot. It was like 92 degrees. I kind of jerk it, kind of like a jerk bait, except I let it sink a little bit more than a jerk bait. Let me throw this over here in the shade a couple times. Over here by the ends of the dams, fish usually congregate. Caught a 2.5-pounder, well, 2.38 to be exact. Had my scale that day over here. I bet it was the feistiest fish I've ever caught in my life. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I got it up on shore, got a hook out of it, and it just went to flopping. It started flopping towards the woods, and I'm like, really? Got these couple laydowns back here that are usually pretty active. Yeah, it's funny. You're right. Saturday, I had a gentleman in here, not joshing. I mean, that was his name, is not joshing. With some numbers, I forget the numbers, but anyways, really cool dude, and he was helping me with Texas rigging and my technique and stuff, because I actually started this page trying to get out of my comfort zone. I always use crankbaits and hard baits of all kinds, glide baits, and but he was helping me out, and he's like, get you the big 10-inch worms. And I'm like, all right. And actually I went home that day and I got my Monster Bass monthly pack, and they had black 10-inch worms in there, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'll give them a try. And I did. I came back, but they didn't do nothing. All right, I'm gonna flip over to the fluke real quick. Let me lock this down. This is like probably my favorite Topwater, y'all. It's the PB crawler. Hey Travis, how's it going? Happy Monday morning. Is anyone else fishing on this Monday morning, or am I the only lucky one? So, ABC's not the only winner in the group. I won this rod a couple weeks ago from AJ Gore on his YouTube page. I wasn't even present when I won. That was pretty cool. I'm doing good. That's what I'm talking about. Hopefully I'll be right behind you. I mean, not stealing your spot, but you know what I mean. That's awesome, man. Travis, do you do content? Gotta let them rest. I refuse. My wife got on to me yesterday. She's like, "You just tried putting like 5 days of fishing in like 2," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, you know." Honestly, I mean, I'm kind of got an ulterior motive right there, but kind of got a few things. Now today, I was gonna go to Lake Gunnersville or Cosby Lake, but since people have been sneaking in here while I've been at work, they figured out my work schedule. I figured I'd come over here and then see if I could catch people coming in today. Because, like I said, with the cloud cover and the fog, it was gonna be awesome. But by the time I got out here, it all went away. Awesome. That's what I'm saying right there, Travis. You're in a good community. We all try to support each other in here. I like this little fluke. I don't know what the color is. A gentleman from TikTok sent it to me, and it didn't have a name with it. I like it because it matches my pole. I usually don't worry about matching, but I just think that it looks good. Definitely some subscribers. And if y'all don't mind, first of all, double tap for me. I appreciate that if you do that. But y'all check out my music underneath my releases tab or my music video tab. Uh, I got some pretty decent songs in there. I think I'm biased, so because the ones I didn't like, I didn't submit. So I like them all. I think I got like one or two I'd probably take back down if I was forced to do it. Thanks, Libs. I appreciate that. I'm about to go hit another lay down. It's still in the shade. Usually there's a lot of fish hanging out. There's a little bit of a drop off right here. It goes from like 3 feet to 8 to 9 feet. I'm in about 9 feet right now, actually. Kentucky bluegrass living. What is up? Yeah, I had something hit my a chatterbait one day, a white chatterbait, um, and it hit my chatterbait harder than anything has ever hit any of my baits in freshwater. And I want to know what that is. And I was thinking it might be a catfish. And I've been thinking about coming back out here with some gizzards and stuff and putting some jugs out or some noodles or something. There we go. They're up there, up 75 from me. I'm in Alabama. Last time I went up 75, I was going for my aunt's funeral up in Michigan. It seems like the only time I go back home is to bury people. It's kind of sad. Um, but my wife, she fussed at me because the first thing I packed was 2 fishing poles. I'm like, what? I said, you just don't know. You gotta be ready. Oh, that sucks. I have not seen either down here. I'm not saying they're not here, but I know once they do, once they lock in, it's like impossible to get rid of them. Yeah, one of my songs is talking about I always have 3 or 4 rods in my truck, and that's well, I got 4 rods with me right now, and that's what I went to work with this morning. So that's the God's honest. I always have at least 3. Let me go over to this other lay down, see if we can't pull something out of it. But yeah, y'all check out my music if you don't mind. Like I said, I'm kind of biased. It ain't for everybody, and if you don't like it, that's cool. It won't hurt my feelings. But just stories from my life. Fortunately and unfortunately, I got a lot of them. But yeah, the further the days go, the more if they got them in stock, the more I'm wanting to give away the Royal Legend Pro Patriot next month. And when I do product reviews, like I said, I've got some products at home I got to do reviews on. And after I get done with those, I'm gonna give those away. I don't know. I might keep the. I don't know. I got a fillet knife set. It's a pretty nice tool set. Debating if I want to keep that or not. Slurry, I was going through my songs last night, man. I didn't like I said, I saw every single one of them you commented on, man. I appreciate that so much. And like I said, when you like them, I mean, you're liking stories out of my life, and it's like things are important to me, and that's just that means the world to me more than just liking a song. I like the fact that you're kind of sharing it with me. I'll tell you a story behind that. I went to Jack's, because it's all about the South, and I went through and I'm like, hey, let me get a chicken biscuit and give me a big black coffee. And ABC, good morning, brother. And a big black Chevy, but I got up to the window and and I was like, they're like, all right, here's your large coffee. I said, big black coffee? They said, yeah, big black coffee. I said, yeah, I got to start the day with that BBC. And the girl just died laughing. I mean, she's like, I almost peed myself. She's like, I know what you mean. I'm right there with you. And I was dying laughing. And like now, every day I go in there, they're like, hey, it's the BBC guy. And so that's where that song got started from, is because my people at Jack's, and the girls up there, they loved it and they thought it was funny. And then I just went ahead and I submitted it to my publisher, and they went ahead and put it out. Okay, someone said they're a musician. Libs, all right, I definitely will. All right, so if you're a musician, I'm going to tell you right now. First of all, I'm going to try not to say magician because I was doing that all day yesterday. I try to be honest about my music, where a lot of people don't, and it makes me mad. Um, yeah, he won. I actually just write the songs. So I can't take credit for the music and all that. I use AI for it. I know a lot of people don't like AI, but I also know a lot of mainstream artists that use it too. So we've already lost that fight. But my big thing is I hate when people use AI and then tell you that they did it, and that makes me mad because the people like yourself who actually have talent and have done what you need to do to increase that talent and to better your craft, I feel like they're trying to take away from you, and that makes me mad, real mad. But I'm like I said, I'm honest about it. But I'm streaming in over 35 countries, and I got a lot of people who really like it, and it's cool. And my big thing is making sure I'm honest with everybody. I even got songs that say, I'm just a storyteller. And no, ABC, I did not. I have not. I was really hoping it was gonna be Good Morning. This lake's weird, uh, but like my second album, my my youngest son named it. It's a fat white guy with zero talent, and I thought that was hilarious because he thought it was crazy that I'm a fat white guy with zero talent. I'm not really. I'm only 250 pounds, but anyway, it, and all of his friends listen to my music at school, and he's like, "That's just crazy. It's just weird to me, Dad." No, that's what I'm saying. People like yourself who don't need it. And I will never try to take anything away from you because you deserve all that respect. And it's the people that do use it that make me mad. Or not, they don't make me mad. The people that use it and then try to say that it's their creation. So my songs, when I was told, well, hey, I don't have soul. Well, yeah, it does because it's stories of my life. I mean, the very first one that was an actual story of my life was, a pretty emotional one. And I still can't listen to it without crying. And, but yeah, they have. But you look at all the music and all the stuff that's going on. There's millions and millions of songs people making, and it's like I know for a fact I've heard a couple mainstream artists that I'm like, you're using the same app I'm using, and I know it. And because you can tell just the way the writing or not the writing, but the writing of the music itself, not the lyrics, but Then it's like, yeah, you had help with that one. So I don't mind telling people I had help because I need it. I bought a guitar one time. Um, I figured out how to do an A chord. My big old finger, so the guitar is not for me. But I had to lay that one finger across all three of the bars or chords. Well, no, they probably haven't even opened the warehouse yet. Calm down. As soon as I get it, I promise I'll send it to you. Oh, all right, some hit it. That's the first hit I've gotten today. As soon as I get, like I said, it's all in there. It's in their system. They gotta wait till everyone gets to the warehouse, and they may have a few more orders before you. So but they'll get it today or tomorrow. They'll get it. And as soon as they do, they'll let me get their tracking numbers. And the first thing I'm gonna do with those tracking numbers, I'm gonna send them to you. I promise. I know you're excited, buddy. I'm excited too. So I'm wanting them as well. Yeah, and rightfully so. You come in here, you're asking about wanting to get a bait caster, and it turns out you actually won one. I think that situation makes that so cool. But yeah, I actually did look first this morning when I first woke up to see if they sent them to me yet, but I didn't. I haven't looked at my email since I've been locked. Well, I don't think I can get much closer to that log than that. I'm sitting right on top of it. Yeah, it did. It worked out the way it's supposed to. But Libs, yeah, I'm gonna check out your music definitely. I love music. I always have. Growing up, we were real poor, so that's the only thing I ever had was music. So I always had a radio on somewhere. But all right, so they're starting to jump around back there. So we're gonna go back over there here in a second. Yeah, and I gotta get your package put together and get it out today too with your lure in it. And Stamos, you got one too. Yeah, I just need him to verify my information, make sure I got the right one, then I'll get his get out. His hasn't even been put through yet. ABC, he was right there on the ball with me. I love it over here. See where those fish are jumping at over here. This corner back here is the other end of the dam. It's usually pretty productive. Hey Barbie, how you doing this morning? I was really enjoying y'all's live last night. I just had to go to bed. I just had to get up to go to work for about 10 minutes today. No, I was there about an hour. And decided to come back and play with the fish. It looked like it was gonna be a cloud covered day. The temperature was down. Awesome fog. You wouldn't be able to see across this little lake. And of course, by the time I finally got out here, it all burned off. Ito, what's up? Barbie, how'd y'all do last night? Y'all end up catching anything? No Espanol. Well, very little. I could say te amo. Mucho te amo ese. Como está? Very poquito. Just a little bit. Just enough to aggravate one of my top guys at work. He's Mexican. So I can speak just enough Spanish to aggravate him. Oh, you catch black bass in Spain? That's cool. So you're in Spain right now? Well, that's great. Fishing's awesome. I love fishing. Yeah, Barbie, I'm glad I joined up too. I didn't know y'all were doing a giveaway. That was just a bonus. But yeah, I definitely like that green pole. You can see I like the green poles. So, well, that's great. Do you make content? You make videos and stuff? Ooh, I will say this. On my giveaways, they're going to be just here in the States. I didn't think about that, but that could have been an issue. 1,920 grams. Someone want to figure that one out for me? What would that work out to in pounds? You said it was a black bass? There's got to be. That's what I'm saying. I can't believe I'm not pulling nothing out by him. Those laydowns with a fluke, I was like, well, that's going to be easy. But I keep hearing something over here ambushing. There's a spot over here that they've actually worn the grass out on the over here by the shore where they ambush fish like little bait fish non-stop. Well, thank you for stopping in. 4.2 pounds. Yeah, that's a good one. Ito, appreciate you stopping in. Why don't you subscribe up and we'll and stop in again. We definitely like people coming in and being part of the conversation. Uh, 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 I use Cast King poles. We're talking poles, right? Really don't do a whole lot of probing. Uh, but yeah, this is one of my favorite corners because it's this is actually one of the spots that I'm always getting lures and stuff out of trees because they'll be casting over here and they get stuck in this tree and these trees over here. K-Pup, what's up? All right, cool. Thank you. It's a Garmin. It's one of those lost in translation things. We'll call it a fish finder or depth finder. But I can see probe works. I mean, I got you. Thanks, boss. I appreciate that. Mr. Ramsey, doing great. How are you doing today? Beautiful Monday morning. Yeah, that green goblin is a bad little rod. I like that. That's what I'm going to want to get if I win. I just got to get around ABC because he's already eyeballing it. He's the winner around here. Oh, man, welcome to the family. Are you planning on doing like a bass fishing channel or something? Standoff? I'm going to over here and see where they're ambushing the fish at. But if it's in that same spot, which would be about right there, they literally like wore all the grass away from where they just go up there all the time. You don't do cameras well? You know, you can see I have my camera facing away from me, for a reason. every now and then I accidentally turn it around and I scare everybody. And no one wants to see my ugly butt. Well, tell you what, I really thought this was going to be a good morning. I mean, I was going to go to a bigger lake, but I thought it'd be a lot better. So I was going to come up here. I hate that I haven't caught nothing yet. But I've had a lot of really good conversation. I met some new friends, and that makes me a winner. Yeah. Hey, you guys, the longest journey starts with a single step, my friend. I've fished my whole life, but I've never really been serious about it. I've never used plastics. I started doing this live about 2 months ago, I guess. I really thought it was about a month, but it's been about 2 months. I was looking at it yesterday. I'm like, wow, I've been doing this longer. You know, you're having fun. Time flies. But really, I want to get out of my comfort zone and start learning new things. And people that have been coming in have been like, no, try this. No, do it this way. No, you're a dummy. Don't quit doing that. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I feel like I've gotten better, even though it doesn't show today. The fish are just not trained very well. They're not getting on these hooks very well. Yep, see, it's right there where I was saying that they were going to be. So let's get up a little bit closer and see if we can't give them something to eat. Not too much closer. I'll try getting them with the fluke. If that don't work, I'll go back with the, PB crawler, because it's the PB crawler. Yeah, Barbie, I was talking a little bit ago. I thought it was funny. I was telling one of the gentlemen, I think it was boss, that it's like we all got off my live and Real Outdoors live, and we all congregated over on your live. And I just thought that was funny, because it's like everyone I was just talking to, now I'm talking to them over here. And it's funny when that happens, because I'm a creature of habit. When I'm doing my live, obviously I'm just sitting here running my mouth. And now I'll go over to someone else's live, and for a minute I'll start just talking out loud. It's like, and I gotta remember I gotta type. Yeah. We're gonna try this fluke for a minute, and then we're gonna go to the PB crawler. And I'm telling you, with that PB crawler, I mean, you can get a dink, or you can get a 10-pounder. I mean, it's just, you're gonna replace your wings if you get a 10-pounder. But my buddy Greenwater Dragon, he uses these things. He's the one who turned me onto them, and he's caught some huge fish on them. Ooh, I'm glad I checked that. My drag was a little off. I had to pull some out yesterday, so I loosened my drag. I never tightened it back up. Yeah, if they're over here, we're gonna go and try the PB crawler here and just. I'll throw this one more time. One last cast, right? Yeah, all y'all new folks, though, while you're in here, I will tell you, if you don't mind, check out my music. I'd appreciate it. It's underneath my releases tab or music video. If you go to view channel, it'll you got home, videos, shorts, lives, and then I also have and post. But then I also have releases, and it'll be under that tab. That's where my publisher releases them at. All right, good. That makes me feel better. I ain't the only one doing it. I mean, not like at a football game, like yelling at a football game, is it? Like, you dropped the ball again? Something like that, I mean, I get louder than that, but it's like, come on, my fat butt could have done that. Catfishing, yeah, I really like that one. That song Catfishing is about all of y'all, pretty much. And it talks about, the crew. Y'all are crew. Y'all the ones that were mentioned in there. I've been trying to put that one together for a few days. Yeah, I can't believe the zoom is this thing hasn't been getting hit. This always gets hit. See, I'm 100% there with you. I mean, I feel like I've already won. I mean, yeah, we want to grow our channels. I mean, that's the goal. I mean, that's really why we're here. I mean, and but I mean, like I said, I already feel like I won. I feel like I've already made it, and because I really have met a lot of good people, and every time I do a live, I meet more good people, and it's like I'm really just and people all over the world that I would never have met otherwise, and that's the thing to me also that I think is really cool about it is how many people and just like I said and where they're all at. No, he's still over there. I mean, shoot, there it is. Uh-huh. No, 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 sir. Come on, get in the boat. The one thing that, oh, okay, cool. I was gonna say the one thing I don't see. All right, it's like the last 16 fish now I've dropped. What you eating? You got anything in there? No. All right. We'll go ahead and take it back. Oh, really? You had to do a flip? Showing out for everybody? What's up with that? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love this corner back here. And that's usually the way it is all day through here. Skeeter Barbie does she does the moderating for her husband. And because that's why after I subbed with him and I was like, what's your wife's account? Because I didn't see it. And he's like, nah, she just moderates for me, which I think is really cool the way that y'all do that. That way he can do what he's doing and you got his back. And I think that's really, really cool. I was liking how y'all were working together. You were interacting with people in the chat. He was interacting as well when he saw people, but he was working the camera and doing the voice thing, and that was really cool. Yeah, Skeeter, you were in there last night too. I think, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I definitely want to talk to your husband. I'm gonna send him a message on TikTok. I like that y'all follow me on there too. I appreciated that. And the funny thing is, I had to double check whose feed I was on because uh, Arizona Outdoors sounds exactly like my little brother, and I had to keep double checking, and it was hilarious, actually. Oh, I thought you were in there last night, Skeeter. Yeah, it was good. It was nice. I enjoyed watching them, and they're doing a giveaway once they get 2,500 people, and they're not too far away. They're just under 2,200 if I remember correctly. And they're giving away a Mad Cats poll to either me or ABC when they get 2,500 people. Yeah, Skeeter, that's me. I was like a bunch of y'all in here. I thought I was sub back, and I went through and I can see you can see some of your subs. They don't tell you all of the people who subscribe to you, but I'm like, oh crap, I didn't know I wasn't. Fix that. Like Hickland, I thought I was subbed up to him, and Rooster, I didn't know. I thought I was. ABC, I'm challenging you for that rod. I want that rod. I know you already got your name on it. You got a spot picked out in the garage for it, but I'm just saying. Barbie, what rod got the first fish last night? Because I know we were all thinking it was gonna be the green one. Yeah, Slurry, the good thing about, like I said, the TikTok, definitely follow me on that, because they're I'm gonna start doing those auctions here in a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks. And once we start doing those auctions, there'll be let's see if I can see that spot I was telling you all about. Like, there's all grass, grass, grass. Dance, dance, dance with your hands, hands. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. Now I got the sun in my eyes. I can't see nothing. It's right over there, but there's a spot where there's no grass anymore because the fish keep ambushing. They'll just like sit out back a little bit, and as soon as like the little bait fish get up in there, they just charge them. What's up, Snipes? Yeah, ABC, you don't need TikTok. There ain't nothing on there really worth doing. My son don't have TikTok either. He don't really have any of the social media stuff. Well, he does have the he has Instagram. Oh, it's crazy how many boats and things were going by y'all yesterday. It's like every time you turn around, it's like as soon as it got calmed down, you'd have like 10 more boats go by y'all. Okay. I guess I asked you that earlier. I must have missed the answer. I apologize. Yeah, I was watching some of y'all's other videos too. And y'all, Dusty started talking about brisket, and I'm like, I can't afford to do another brisket. But my wife loves my brisket. My wife's cousin asked me to make one for his daughter. He's like, I don't like brisket personally. Never had one I like. He said, but if you'll make one for her, I'll pay for it. And I'm like, okay. So I made one, and he didn't get. I said, at least just try it. That's all I ask. Out of respect, you just got to try it. He said, I'll try it. He called me 5 minutes from down the road where he just started picking at it. And he's like, dude, that's the only brisket I'll ever eat. He said, that's amazing. I was like, dude, I know. Last time I bought brisket at a restaurant, I threw it away when I got home. Because my brisket's pretty good. I've literally had people go into restaurants and be like, just push their food away and be like, nah, you ain't got nothing on a guy I work with. And that was with pork, brisket. I'm not real great with chicken. I have made some really good chicken lollipops. Yeah, see right here, topwater magnet. Nothing. This lake is so weird. Once they start ambushing fish, though, you can kind of sight fish them. Water is still under 84 degrees. We'll go back over here. It's gonna be hot, but we'll go back over here. Yeah, I'm not gonna be out too long since I took off for work today. I'm gonna try to get some honey-do list work done. Another thing I like about this PB crawler, yeah, I mean it's a great little crawler, but you can just throw it out and the fish will hit it when it's just sitting there too. It looks that much like a dragonfly. Yeah, they learn, and that's why I keep trying new things. PB crawler still usually works, but the good thing about Topwater is it makes they really don't see the shape of it as much. But the stuff underwater, they definitely learn that. Definitely. And I think the Topwater too, I mean, I think they can learn that as well. It still makes the same vibrations and whatnot. But Rhino, you're right. Huh, there was a bass just following this. I just saw it. Wasn't a real big one. Yeah, there's a lot of beds right here. Of course, there's nothing on the beds right now, but the bass and the bluegills use them. See, that's what I'm starting to think that they're learning my. I said that the other day. I think they're learning my kayak when my kayak gets into the water. And I didn't think about the trolling motor, but that's possible too. I actually have another trolling motor. I may switch them out. See if that helps. Catfishing. You like that one? I appreciate that. Yeah, that's about all y'all. It's like, I mean, I've really the last month or the last 2 months since I started meeting all y'all and just this whole little community we got going here that I'm a part of now, that y'all let me be part of. I just think it's so awesome. I really appreciate y'all more than you know. Yeah, I was just doing that a minute ago over in the backside. You can twitch it, you can straight up do it, you can like just leave it hanging there. Um, every now and then, if I think about it, I'll do the twitching, I'll do the reel and pause. But the main thing with me is thinking about it when I'm running my mouth. I'm only in like 1.5 feet of water right here, and so if there are any here, they usually throw down on it. There's a drop off about 8 feet to my left. I appreciate that, Slurry. Arizona, what's up, brother? Hate I had to leave early on you late yesterday, but I was definitely enjoying it. I appreciate you taking care of my pole. Hope we get you to that 2,500 pretty quick. ABC said he was going to wrestle me for it, though. I have a Ned rig in here that I have not used since I bought it. And since it's helped me make a catch Monday, we're going to go with it. It's in my hodgepodge box. Yeah, I like Arizona. We lived out there a long time ago when I was a kid. And, ooh, I got a couple crankbaits I want to try again, too. Forgot. I just threw those in here. And some swim baits. Y'all saw them, the micro swim baits by 6 cents? They're micro trace ones. I just gotta remember to use them. Where's that Ned rig at? That Ned rig. All right, excuse me, y'all, while I tie this on real quick. Let's see here. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, 6, 7, and ocho. And here we go. Yeah, I love. My only issue is 6 cents. To be honest with you, I mean, yeah, they get a little pricey, but I mean, you get what you pay for with with that type of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna put some bait on there, some scent on that too. Get over here. There we go. We'll do about halfway up. Yeah, that's we were talking about earlier too. That's just something that really cracks me up. With we all think we have already subbed because we see each other so much in all the other in everyone else's lives, and then I'm gonna go back over here to the shade if I'm gonna go deep with it because there's no vegetation over here in the deep spot. But yeah, 6 cents. Another thing I didn't like about it was the shipping. I mean, it's just their shipping is like the slowest shipping I have had of any other company. The Double Davy, you have to check that out. Yeah, I got to get another one. I do this the fisherman's knot. That's what I learned when I was a kid, and that's what I've always just used. But we got a bunch of fish suspended right here, so I'm gonna just drop this down. They're not suspended, but they're here, there, all over. Canada, what's up? I ordered 2 of them. I told you next time you come in, I'd tell you I did. Yeah, I've been doing the fisherman's knot for so long. That's just all I know. What knots everyone else use? If y'all don't mind asking, because I'm nosy. Yeah, Canada. I got the red and the mossy brats ordered yesterday. One of them I had to pay $7 shipping. One of them was free shipping, and I'm like, jackwagon. Yeah, they. I think one of them's gonna get here maybe tomorrow, and the other one will get here I think Friday. So they're coming from 2 different places. Canada, which color do you use? Because they only had 4 options. Oop. Yeah, that's me. I tried doing the polymer, which I know Reel uses that one. Um, yeah, the fisherman's knot. You got to have tension to tie it on. Um, like I said, that's just what I've always done. The polymer knot. I tried that one time, and I was up in Gadsden on the Coosa River up there, and Neely Henry Lake type thing. But I cast it out. I put a jig head on. I put the Aussie minnow from 6 cents on there. I casted it out, and it hit the water maybe 2 seconds and something hit it and just went. It tugged on my pole and just it didn't break. It just untied. So I'm like, and I know it was me. I got it. It was user op, but the color was Homer's Buddy. I didn't see that one. That wasn't an option for me. I had the blue one, blue and pearl, mossy, the red one, and another one. I forget what the other one was. Perch colors work really good down here. Yeah, definitely could use some coffee. I should have got some on the way out here. In fact, I just realized I left my drink in my truck. Scandalous. Yeah, red does pretty good in here. I actually was thinking about using some of my red crankbaits today. If I was gonna be out here long enough. It's like I found a bunch of fish and I went right by them and now they all gone. Like I said they may have my kayak and stuff figured out. Maybe that's the problem more so than the heat. Of all the open water out here, this little spot right about, yeah, right about there, is actually done really good for me. In the fall and in the spring, because especially around here, because they have all that red clay, and when the water hits about 55 degrees is when the crawfish come out, and they've been in that red clay all winter, and they come out and they're like bright red. And that's what I'm saying. It was probably operator malfunction with the polymer knot, because I mean I know so many people that swear by it. Obviously, it's a good knot, So obviously it was something that I was doing or something that I did. But that was a really big fish, and it made me sick that I lost it. Smallmouth candy, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, and being, I was using the Bill Lewis knock and hammer uh, lipless the other day. Oh, I know. It's. I mean, it is. It looks. I mean, you can just see. I mean, I could show you a plane flying by looking in the water right now. It's beautiful out here. There's like no wind. Love this reel. I say I didn't even change it from other stuff I was throwing. That Chapo is amazing. I didn't tie a Chapo on this morning. I actually tied on the scrambler, the 6 cent scrambler. I really do like that one because it's got, like I said, it's got that deep hull. Like the Chapo, Screaming Chapo's got a deeper hull, so it doesn't spin as much. Yeah, these mornings are great. This is so much better than standing around at work today. What kills me is in the last few weeks, in the last month or so, actually, I haven't seen any deer out here. Um, even though we're in the middle of a city, because you'll hear a lot of city stuff. But Well, that's the best time to sneak out. There's fish popping up over there. But I don't know. I was saying something. I got distracted by the fish. Yeah, what time is it now? 9 o'clock. I mean, I'm hardly seeing anything. But I've hardly been seeing anything all morning. But like I said, I can. You know, got a couple little fish going below me, but not great. I really thought it was gonna be good. I tell you what, Arizona. I left work and I'm like, man, the fog is like stupid thick, and lots of cloud cover. Obviously you can see up further than you can see forward, and I was like, this is gonna be awesome. The water temperature was like just over 83, so it dropped like 6 degrees since yesterday. And I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. I'm like, I'm going fishing, and I caught one. Oh yeah, me too. I got the 6 inch or 6 foot. That was actually the only option that I had, which was fine because I want to do some deeper. I'm actually gonna tie on some of these action baits right here and start throwing them here in a minute. Right. So I'm seeing two fish, one at 8 feet and one at 10 feet that just went below me. And they are both on the right side, so I'm actually throwing on the wrong side right now. That's some structure right here below me. Didn't know about. This pond is about 17 and a half feet is the deepest it gets. Jason, good morning. How are you this morning? Right here, I'm at 13 feet. Oh yeah, I heard that, man. As I said, we're in good company. That's the best thing. I tell you, that's been my favorite. I mean, I love fishing. Don't get me wrong, and I love being out here because I'm by myself and it's peaceful. But I found doing these lives is just so cool because we're talking to people and we're conversating, we're learning from each other, and just from all over the world. And it's so cool. And I enjoy the conversation. And there's times I'll forget, like I have a game plan going with what I'm going to do with the fishing, and I totally just lose it because I start talking, running my mouth. Sometimes I do. I may start just trolling around here a little bit to give that a try. Um, with the I do best when I'm using the lipless crankbaits on the trolling. That's awesome. And I like that. Like I said earlier, I like how you're right there helping them out. That's so cool. That's the thing I love the most about watching y'all's live last night is the way y'all were working together. Like I've always wanted to do, lives or not really lives, but make videos and stuff. I never had a good cameraman. Now I got this neck brace and I really like it. But oh, oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. Got distracted again. Heard that. I was married for 11 years, and after about 6 months, I knew I made a mistake, and I told her such. But I didn't want to just give up, and it lasted for a while. But when I got done, I was like, I'm not making that mistake again. I'm not getting married again. I ain't doing it. Then I met my wife, and she told me we were getting married, and we did, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Oh, Jason, man, appreciate that, man. We just simple folk doing what we love and just chilling. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with the. So I got this weekend. I got it Saturday, and it's catching everything but a fish for me right now. Give me just a second. All right, got it. It's got a little baby bass pattern on it, or bass pattern, and it's a deep diving crankbait, and it's like 8 to 10 feet, I think, which is what I pretty much gonna be needing over here, I think. Um, but it has a it says that it actually mimics the sounds of the fish that's painted like. They have all different options. They say they all mimic, which I think is really weird. I don't see how they can do that. We got 27 people in here. Just throw us out there. Y'all check out my music if you get a chance. It's underneath my releases tab or my music video chance. That's where my publisher releases them all first, or they go live there first after my publisher releases them to all the platforms. It takes a little bit longer on the other platforms to get going live. Yeah, I'm about to put that lipless. I think I'm gonna put that little bass. I'm trying to let this sit here for a second. Well, I'm gonna put it on this rod. So I guess I won't let it sit here for a second. Yeah, that's what I'm loving about this little community we got going here. It's like we all really just look out for each other, and I think that's really cool. And just in ways I really haven't seen on other YouTube channels and other creators and stuff. And I think that says a lot about not only just the community, but really just the character of everybody in here. Glad to be part of it. Man, I want to go with that. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with the lipless. I threw this over by some branches laydowns the other day, and first cast I had something, and then of course after that died. See, ABC. Once you get it down, you got a little bit of tension on there. I mean, you can still do the fisherman's knot pretty quick. I was telling someone the other day that these weren't aluminum, and I was wrong. They are aluminum. Absolutely amazing, but they are aluminum, which nothing wrong with aluminum. Alright. To love the dogs. No, it's not me singing them though, Barbie. I don't want to take anything away from the people who actually have talent. For me, it's just I'm singing. I'm not singing. I'm writing the songs. But for years, I've had songs that I absolutely love, and they were in my head, and I couldn't get them out. But then technology came around to where I was able to use AI and stuff to put it all together. The last one, catfishing, I've been working on that for probably maybe 2 or 3 days, and finally got it together. And I put it with the music yesterday. Finally, once I got finished with it, that's actually what took me so long to go live yesterday because I want to get that done. I'll definitely do a giveaway on those. I have to tell you something else I want to do a giveaway on is the base space bags. One of those. Actually, I have one at home I can give away. It's one of the smaller ones. That's it. If I could, I would. Yes, ma'am. I just don't want to ever take anything away from the people who actually do have the talent. I mean, literally, I have a family at church that sits in front of us every week, and I'm always apologizing to them because they got to listen to me sing. Well, I guess I'll just go fishing by myself again. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring me like a little Wilson out here, a little ball, and put up here, and I can have something to talk to. I don't think the technology is going to go backwards for a long time. Like I said, even like with AI, we've lost the battle to AI years ago. People just don't realize it. My brother-in-law, he works for he worked for a company, data entry and all that stuff, and computer company, and just program company. Well, they fired or laid off 30 or 35,000 employees. It's a worldwide organization, so they could hire 80,000 more people to put towards their AI division, and they were behind the ball from other companies. Wilson ball. Yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, it's just uh, okay. So this is how it works. I don't know if anyone knows this or not, and it's not conspiracy theory. It's all can be looked up, and I thought it was a conspiracy theory at first. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm like, whatever it is, what's going to happen, it's going to happen. I can't do nothing about it. But, Armageddon and Deep Impact both came out at the same time. Um, ABC, those were movies about meteors that came out in the 90s. Um, they, and they had, those came out for a reason because like a year before that, they found an asteroid that in the next few years, actually, I think it was late 20s. So I think it's around 28 or something like that, 2028. It's supposed to pass in between the moon and the earth. It's going to be so close, but it would be a global destroyer if it actually hit the earth. And they had like one forecast said that, if the gravitational pull of earth could pull it in, probably won't. But it's like, okay. Well, those movies came out because of that. AI movies came out long before that. So this has been something that they've been working on for years. I mean, Terminator and all that stuff. That stuff came out because they were already starting to work on all this stuff. ABC, I like Alabama and Michigan football. Actually, I like all football. I just love football. But those are my two teams. because I'm from Michigan. I live in Alabama, and I know a bunch of Alabama players. I'll give y'all Cornelius Bennett's phone number because he won't send me a jersey. Go Tide. Yeah, I love the Tide. I hope they get it together. They had a lot of the old players came back to help coach this year. You know, lost the GOAT. And I think he was still involved a little bit last year. But just it wasn't good enough. They weren't doing good with discipline. And, you know, it's just like, I think at one point we were the most penalized team in the league. Oh, nice. Fisherman Jim, what's up, brother? How you doing today? It's Monday. It's beautiful. We all woke up. We got a lot to be thankful for. Yeah, and I'm thankful I caught one fish. It was an aggravating little thing. He got up underneath my seat. I swear I've dropped just about every fish I've caught in the last 2 weeks. Using a lipless crankbait right now, a white one, suspending. All the time, all the time. Oh shoot, I just forgot I had a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I just got a notification for that. Gotta do my pre-register. We can check my gallbladder. Jim, we're talking fishing, we're talking asteroids, we're talking AI, we're talking music. Check out my music, by the way. That's my shameless plug. Oh, and I will tell everyone my link and my friends and family discount code for Cast King is in the description of this video. I made sure I took the time to do that. Even if y'all don't get anything, just hitting that link helps me out. Just lets them know that I am talking about them. 100%. Show up like a thief in the night. Yeah, this little suspending lipless crankbait, throwing it the other day, is sick because I actually watched the fish hit it. It was my first cast, and I pulled it up, and the fish just killed it. Yeah, Rooster's awesome about that. Yeah, your buddy's name is Malcolm, isn't it? There we go. There we went. Ugh. Easy come, easy go. But you know what? I got to wash my hands after that one. He messed my lure all up. I mean, he about tied a better knot than the fisherman's knot. Wasn't nice at all. Fish on, fish off. Yeah. Yeah, I got to subscribe to him. I think I did. I think the last time when he was in your live the other day, I subscribed to him. Seemed like a pretty cool dude. He got me all wound up. Tied my lure in knot, got me wrapped around a pole. All right, so I almost caught another one. I really do like the suspending lipless. Doesn't always get as low as I want it to, but real. Oh, I got you. Yeah, he was saying that was his trolling channel. I thought he was kidding. That's awesome. This one is, yes, sir. Oh, the one you're getting? Yes. And it even has an extra tip. So if you do something dumb like shut it in a car door or a truck tailgate, which happens way more than you would think, you have a replacement for it. And until that happens, you really won't appreciate it. But when it does happen, you're gonna be like, okay, that's really awesome, because they send different. And they're usually the same action, but there's some of them, like the green one I got right here. It's a different action. One tip is one action, the other tip's a different one. Ah, that's cool. I can respect that. Who doesn't like a little trolling here and there? I'm about to troll with this lipless. Yes, sir. You're very observant to catch on to that. I went out, had one pole with me, and I turned around, I shut my door, and started walking away, and I realized I wasn't holding my pole straight up. I was holding it back, and it's still in the car. And I just didn't realize. I was just so excited to get on the water. I could have just died. I was so mad. I fished anyway with a broken tip. Thanks, Skeeter. I appreciate that. We were just talking about that. Uh, Actually, I left that rig in the truck. I did that for a long time yesterday with no luck whatsoever. I had it on a free rig, and I did I had a Texas rig also. No, no. You didn't have to. That's what I'm saying. If you do buy something, make sure you use the discount code. But if you go in there and look around, use the link, and that still lets them know that I'm letting people know about their product. And one of the reasons why I was suggested for the thing is I was I was suggesting their products more than their ambassadors were. So they finally just said, all right, well, before he goes starts promoting someone else like this, let's just let him be an ambassador for us. But yeah, like I said, just going in there under my link helps. And it's easy. It's castking.com/, and then Jason Keener. There you go. I did yesterday. Today's Monday, Sunday. Yeah, yesterday I used the code and got me some braid. It's always good to save money. I heard that. Sometimes it's just the audible. It makes you feel better. That's right. Lift with your legs, not your back. Safety first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4. Right hand blue. Man, we had a safety meeting the other day, and he kept saying every time he said PPE, it just reminded me how bad I had to go to the bathroom. Killing me. Reaction tackle? I don't think I've tried theirs. Um, but I will. I'm not against using other brands. I'll try something else. If I find something I like, I'm gonna stick with it, no matter what brand it is. And that's why I feel like I give people an honest uh, opinion when it comes to, like, when people ask me my opinion on stuff. See, I just don't like mono. And I say that, but the Patriot over here, it's still got mono on it because that's all I could find at Walmart. Didn't have any red braid, which I did order yesterday. And I've actually been pretty happy with it. It's the Cajun Red. It's a Zebco brand. And like I said, I'm really happy with it. There's a long line of something that just went below me, and I don't know what it was. Right at 5 foot. I don't know, it might have been a snake for all I know. That's all I gotta say about it. Hold on, look, let me cast with it real quick. Maybe it has something to do with the bait cast. But this is braid. I have braid on everything except for the there it is. And that's with braid. Suffix Advantage? No, I haven't even heard of that. But I'll try it. Like I said, if you suggest it, I'll give it a try. Hey, Pam. Oh, we definitely getting old. Okay, that'll work. I'll give it a try. Definitely. All right, I'm about to change this out. Feel like it wasn't just that cast. I didn't even think I was going to show you, but and that's without a thumb, and that's with braid on it. How'd you do, Pam? Did you get anything? Heard that. Yeah, I had my breakfast on my way to work today after I took my meds. Well, when I get done here, I got my honeydew list, which is one of my songs, by the way, y'all. And after I do that, I'm gonna just watch y'all all the rest of the day. But I don't know if y'all saw it or not yesterday, but I had 105 people in my chat yesterday and 110 likes, and that was the most I've had at one time, and that was really awesome. That was cool, and I appreciate all y'all because that's, obviously without y'all, wouldn't have happened. All right, cool. Ricky Bobby, good morning. Didn't see you come in. I actually have braid on my spinning rod over here, but like I said, for me with mono, and it has done really good on the Patriot. This Cajun red stuff has actually done really good. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, 6, 7, and ocho, just because I know that one. All right. But my rods, it just gets so hot in my truck because I've always got my rods left in my truck, and the braid, or not the braid, but the mono gets real bad memory in it. And then I just, anytime I go to cast, either on a bait caster or a spinning rod, it just spins off because it's got so much memory because it melted. Good job. There you go. Yeah. Actually, the spinning one I have over here, I got my fluke tied onto it still, and that's pretty much what I use it for is the flukes. But yeah, to answer, yeah, we did bass beyond. We got one a little bit ago on the lipless white lipless suspended crankbait, and we had one on the PB crawler. So we got two actually, and a bunch of really long things going under my boat. Don't really know what's up with that. I don't know if that's turtles, snakes. Seen a couple fish. I'll mark this spot. There's a lot of vegetation below me, which is weird. Not real big, maybe a pound. Could be sticks floating around. That's all right. I can't read, so there you go. We're good. Nothing real big this morning. The last one I had was on the Koiki. I left those in the truck. I ain't messing with those. That well, actually, I think I might have one in my bag, but crumbling. Ah, cool. Well, welcome up here with us. Never enough fishing rods. My wife's like, "Why do you need more than one fishing rod? I don't get it." And I'm like, "I just go fishing with me and you'll see. That's just gonna be the best thing." She's like, "You have rods that are just sitting in your room." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but depends if I'm going to go do that kind of like if I'm gonna go catfishing, I'm gonna use one of my other rods. If I'm gonna go glide bait fishing, I'll bring one of my bigger rods out." Exactly. Yeah, you don't. You just never know. I mean, it's like if the bite just all of a sudden changes, what are you gonna do? Go back home and get another rod, or it's just you gotta be ready to go. Gotta be prepared. I'm telling you, I really like the Goblin rod, Arizona. That one was cool, but we can give a spinner bait a try again. Just talking about mono makes me want to use this one. Have I shown you all that one? Seriously though, I think this is going to be the giveaway next month. Oh yeah, doing tournament fishing. That's something I want to try so bad. But yeah, you gotta get everything ready the night before and have it all good to go. Awesome, Jim. Yeah, we try to definitely help each other out and sub up with everyone up in here. You got that 48. I got the 36. I want a 48, but I put beaver tails on the back, and it makes it a lot more stable. Right? You, I ended up getting the. I was gonna get something to hang them on the walls, but I ended up getting the gear trolley, and the one I got is a smaller one. It holds 10 rods, and right now that's fine. They have a bigger one that's was out of stock, and it holds 12 rods. Right? Hey, my BB crawler shipped too. I ordered them before I did the Eddie Bates ones. The Eddie Bates ones are already getting delivered today, and my PB crawlers just now shipped. Yeah, see, I want to work on mine too and add to it as well. What happened, Skeeter? Oh, I didn't know that either. I guess I'm just a mod in people's chats because that's why I sub like that. All right, cool. Learn me something new today too. I thought you were blue. Yeah, it was actually weird when I went into a channel yesterday and I was like, I was white. But hey, I kind of got used to being blue. So when I'd say something, I was like, where's my comment? That That's what it was. I got the other one. Yeah, we had someone come in Saturday. They're like, hey, it's my first time in here. Can I be a mod? I'm like, no. No, I'm not against it, but it's like that was just kind of weird. It's like, what are you doing? And that was after they got told to stop cussing. So I'm using the spinnerbait. Yep. Yeah, it caught me off guard. You know, like I said, I'm still new to all this, so I'm getting all the new stuff, or this stuff's all new to me. Yeah, at least 2 days. Come on. And ABC is like always my first guy in here, so you know he might as well have it. Yeah, either you, Slurry, or Skeeter are usually first. Release. Good morning. Yeah, Skeeter's awesome. Appreciate y'all stopping in. It's more people than I expected for a Monday morning, to be honest with you. Oh, and good morning. That's what I'm talking about. We got a couple so far. Davis, how's it going? Got this Morning Dawn spinnerbait I wanted to give a try. Got it on my Monster Bass pack Saturday when I got home. My spinnerbait in the tree did much better than this one is doing. Yeah, Ricky, hate to hear about the funeral. Might as well try the little swim bait. I just wanted to cast the Patriot around a little bit more. I'm telling you, I really like this one. Like I said, it's got that halo braking system, and I really like the halo braking system. This Topwater's not going. I'll throw this one time before I take it off, so I'd hate to miss a Topwater. No, we don't whopper plop. We chopo. That one just all casted weird. And this is the 6 cents scrambler. Yeah, I never drove a street bike. I drove the roadsters and dirt bikes. Yeah, when I was up in Ohio or Michigan, I never did catch a walleye. I hated that. Man, I hate that. And I guess the drunk driver was okay, because that's usually the way it works. I'm not gonna throw it long. I'm gonna go to the 6 cents. I'm gonna just cast it out one more time. I'm gonna go to that 6 cents. Give it a try. Yeah, I get stuck. It's funny because people with ADHD, yeah, we get like sidetracked. A squirrel can mess us up like nothing else. But what a lot of people don't realize is people with ADHD can also hyper focus on stuff. Case in point, right here. But I still got my PB crawler tied on, so if I want to do some top water, I'll use that. I have more confidence in that than I do really any of my top waters. And you know what? I don't have my PB crawler on. It's right there. So this is a little micro glide by 6 cents, which are way overpriced for what they are. But I use spool bait caster. Well, I have a spooling thing, and as long as I keep it off to the left, I'm good. But the main thing is you want to make sure you're keeping tension on it when you're spooling it. Got me a little collection of string going right there. Alright, getting over here into the weeds. Give me a second. Yeah, that's tough. That wasn't me. My trolling motor. Put the brakes on. All right. I'm not even changing this one, the settings on it. Ooh, this thing's almost a topwater. Tit. I haven't even used this yet. Jacuzzi. That is what it sounded like, isn't it? I'll try to keep my rod tip down a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Oh, it's horrible, and that's actually why I had so many songs come out, was because I was so hyper focused on it. And my wife, she laughs about my YouTube channel because I guess I started it in 2008 or something like that, and she's like, you've like chronicalized all your hobbies from one to the next, and you can like tell at what time in your life you were doing what. And I look back and I'm like, oh, she's right. I did. All right, my username is well, what are we gonna call you then? Username? But yeah, like whatever my major hobby is, but fishing and hunting and metal detecting have all been pretty consistent through all of it. The base space bags are awesome. I love them. They're you can put so much in them. Yeah, hunting is fun. My son likes hunting so much because I think it's because he can sit there and play on his phone. I can be like, hey, pay attention, there's a deer. Or he can sleep and I can be like, hey, wake up, there's a deer. And and then he shoots a deer and tells everyone how awesome he is. It is. I don't know if y'all have heard Blade is on the dash. Talking about how us hunters, we leave our Blaze orange on our dash all year long. You always got that a hunting cap sitting on the dashboard, so you're like, hey, there's one of my people. Yeah, Arizona. I mean, that's just it's the way it is. It's like, I mean, it's funny to me. It is what it is. But yeah, it's just once I do get into something, it's like I get really good at it. It's like I finally won, like started winning grand champion barbecue competitions, and I don't do competitions anymore. That's exactly it, and repeat. Oh, that's. I want to do elk hunting so bad. When we went out to Arizona a couple years ago, um, we were actually the family owned the Wrigley Field and all that. Uh, their daughter still had a piece of their land. The kids sold the rest of it off that was out there, and we stayed at their place at an Airbnb they had set up on their land right next to their house. But in the morning, went out and was drinking my coffee outside, and you could just hear the elk bellowing, and it was like, man, I just wish one would walk down the mountain so bad. Um, but yeah, that was awesome. Went to Arizona, but yeah, Blaze on Dash, I really like that one. And actually, that song started out because someone broke into my truck, and I'm like, well, what are you thinking breaking into a truck? That you see, they got hunting stickers, they got hunting hat right there. You know, we wait all year long to shoot something. Don't give us an excuse to do it in the summertime. It's pretty much where that all started, and it's kind of elevated into what it did. But isn't it though? Yeah, Skeeter. I'm a huge animal lover too. Um, there's so much conservation stuff though that if you don't call a lot of the stuff out of the herd, they end up running out of food and they get sick. I know a lot of hunters say that, but it really is true. But the other thing is, like when I teach my kids about hunting, the number one thing that I teach them right off the get go is we're not out there to hurt the animals. We're out there to kill them. I know that might sound a little weird at first, but if you think I make sure that I taught them you take good shots. I made my youngest son. I made him go to the range. Well, I made my other son do it too, but you know they had to go to the range and they had to make me feel comfortable with them shooting an animal. I didn't want them just hitting one in the hind quarter or hitting gut shooting one. My boys don't miss. My son AJ, my youngest, he had 100 yards. He could sit there, and that's really all you need here in Alabama. There's not a whole lot of places you're going to have longer shots. But I mean, you could put a silver dollar up there, and he would put 3 or 4 shots in it with no problem. Yeah, conservation is super important. Yeah, there's. I mean, we just had so many people come over here with all the soccer stuff, FIFA, from all these other countries, and they're like, "It's so amazing! I love your food." And they're just like dying over the food because we have so many preservatives and extra flavors that their countries don't allow. You know, they have small refrigerators over there because they have to pretty much go to the store daily because they don't have any preservatives in their food, and their food's all pretty much fresh. Yeah, my boy AJ. Yeah, Alexander James. Uh, but the first deer he shot, and I got a couple about this first deer, but I loved it. I let him pick the deer. He kept letting deer walk, and it was getting dark. He's like, all right, it was like Sunday. We've been out here for 3 days now. I gotta go back to work tomorrow, son. I said, you're gonna have to get one. He's like, all right, I'm not letting no more walk by. And then one came by and he took it, and it was a smaller buck. He had bigger ones. He had a nice 8 point. Would have been his first buck Friday morning, but somehow he put his safety halfway on, and he did a click. And he just looked at me and goes, it didn't fire. And I'm like, give it to me. I was like, you put your safety on, goober. And but he was so proud the first time that we actually ate on that animal that he got to provide for the family. And that was just, it made him so proud, and which made me proud. Yeah, I think it's important skill for our kids to learn. You know, even like when we first bought our house, first thing I did is I put a raised garden bed in there, and the fact that I could have my kids go out and be like, hey, go get me a bell pepper, go get me an onion, you know, a squash, you know, and they could run out there and they get it. And you know, then we had chickens, and I didn't really notice the difference at first with the chickens, but now that we don't have chickens and I went back to store-bought eggs, I'm like, yeah, I definitely noticed a difference. I'm not digging it. But as far as, you know, I want my boys to know how to clean a deer. I mean, shooting a deer is one thing. You know, you take it to a processor, okay. There may not always be processors. I don't know. So so I want them to learn how to also clean it. Granted, I'm not as efficient as the processors are. Kills me. I took them to a processor this year, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe what y'all just did to that animal. That's crazy. That take me 2 hours. Y'all did in 15 minutes. Oh, Arizona, 100% true. Yeah, don't want that parasite. I went to Taco Bell the other day. After Saturday, I went and had lunch over there, and I went up and I'm like, oh, ain't no one there. I totally forgot about the parasite thing. So I get up there and the guy's like, yeah, we've been real slow today. He's like, you're the first person to come through in a while. He said, you know, we got that whole parasite thing. I was like, well, what parasite thing? He goes, oh, no, no. He said, you didn't know about it? And I'm like, no, I forgot about it. He's like, we have a different distributor. It didn't, so we're not affected. Some of these places, they're all coming from the same distributor. And I'm like, oh, I said, I wish you hadn't even brought it up. Rhino, I may have some. Living off the land. Yeah, he was honest. Wait, reels on what? I'm not digging how this thing won't stay deep. I want to go get my. I just got the 6 cents carrying case. I had a guy that sold 4 Trace 6 in a carrying case for 75 bucks. I'm like, take my money. I was like, oop. So, and I got that carrying case. Plus, he had 4 brand new Trace 6 lures in there, and they're all fast sinking. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, I don't know if I think I'd rather live off the land. 'Cause I can always make money somewhere, and that's a good song, by the way. In fact, SWC had that song on one of his uh, one of his videos the other day. All right, so they're starting to ambush again. Keep it up, y'all. I'll come get you. Oh yeah, I got it. Hickland, you know you're in that song too, right? I mentioned you as well. By the way, catfishing. I don't know if you caught that or not. I wasn't saying your name right. I had to argue with it before I get aggravated with the AI. It's like I told you what I wanted you to put. He kept trying to say Hickman. Yeah, and I saw your post. I was gonna say something, but the comments were turned off. And I appreciated that, man. You sharing that out there like that. That was awesome. I appreciate that a lot. So I actually noticed something I thought was pretty cool. Let me reel this back in. So I casted this bait in front of me, this little glide bait, which I'm really not liking as much as I thought I would. Bought 3 of them, haven't even used them yet. But I got it in front of me. Well, the line started getting pulled in the water. So the bait was going the other way, or it was going away from me. When I come up by it, I thought that was kind of funny. I'll get back over this corner, maybe we get one over here. Yeah, now I got my line all tangled up, trying to do that again. Yeah, we're gonna have to get into the thing and get something else. I think I'm gonna go with the try red. We haven't tried that this morning. And we can forgive that. Yeah, I'll throw a couple of these red ones on and I'll troll with them for a second. Yeah, I tried Texas rig and wacky. They are just being as stubborn as they can be this morning. Apparently they got the Monday morning blues. Don't appreciate it. I think it's very stubborn of them. Very selfish. Let me get up in here a little bit. Use the little one. Oh. Y'all ever tried a mag draft? It has it's supposed to have a magnet in it, but my son grabbed it for the first time before I even got a chance to get it in the water and slung the magnet out of it. The handles are different. They you won't. I actually had my spinning reel on because I didn't have a spinning rod there for a little while, and see, here's where I get flustered because I got a bunch of stuff in here I want to try. Yeah, the plastics just aren't working today. I'm not happy about that either because I put a lot of time figuring that out. We've caught 2 today and we had 1 get away from me. And we're gonna go with a red lipless. I want to say it's a Berkeley. And then I have one that a friend of mine made for me, which is actually, this little square bill is really amazing. A buddy of mine painted that. Oh, does it say something like that? I posted, I think that's dumb. Because I'm the one that's got to complain about it. I own the rights to it. It's my song. They just told me I couldn't post something one day and I had to make a protest to it. And I'm like, are you kidding me? It's my own song. But Jelly Roll doesn't have to put up with this crap. Oops. I missed the hole. Sounds like a deer is running up on me. If it is, I hope it comes out. Well, Barbie, Arizona, I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us this morning. I really, really do appreciate it. You know how it definitely helps to have y'all in here and everything. And we will definitely be looking forward to y'all's next live as well. I'm pretty sure I'm speaking pretty much for everybody. I'm literally going to just troll around with this for a minute to see what happens. I like the lipless. I like trolling every now and again. I got battery left, so I need to use it. Thanks, Arizona. Appreciate you for stopping in, man. I hope you all have a wonderful day. We'll be looking for the next live. Like I said, I would have stayed longer last night, but I had to get up at 2:30 our time, so you know. But yeah, my friend painted that. Of course, I'm in the sun, so I can't see anything. Give me a minute. Oh, definitely. On my breaks and stuff, I'll do that. I'll drop into someone's live if I see them going live, and I'll drop in, hit some likes. Now, the world is that? And share it, like it, just do some comments, just all the stuff to help out a little bit. Well, that is a big old stick floating around right here. I don't know where that came from. Probably something I got snagged on somewhere. Oh yeah, that floated up from the bottom. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm gonna live vicariously through y'all. When am I going? I don't know. It's really just once I'm done. Like I said, I gotta go do some work on my honeydew list, but I got until this afternoon to get that done, so that's not that big of a deal. I was gonna do it after work today, but see how that happened. See what happened there. One thing about the small lake trolling is kind of scary because when I do that, either I gotta bring it all the way in and start over, or just be real careful when I'm turning. Especially with these other rods in the boat. Okay. Yeah, they will if they think they can eat it. They're pretty. They can be pretty aggressive too. Yeah, I can. When I'm at work, I'll just turn on my phone sometimes and just set it down and walk away. Just put it on the charger. And because being a supervisor, I got to walk around, whatnot. But it's kind of hard to be supervising people and looking at my phone. Like the other day, I was in a meeting, and I had Real Outdoors was on. I was in a meeting, but every now and then I look down when people were talking about emails. I'm like, oh yeah, let me check, and I'd get out and I'd comment real quick in the live. Made sure I liked and all that stuff. Just try to help each other out. Again, like I said. Now I work with electric motors. Um, I'm not really sure when I decided that was going to be my career, but I did at some point. And so I'm working now. The new company I'm at, I run the whole coal department, armature, field coals, and stator. And I have some really good guys working. We got a new kid working with us. I say kid, he's not really that young, but he's real good. He's smart. Come on, everybody. We got a lot of trains coming through here. Yeah, I left today. Uh, this was my off weekend. One thing about since I've come to work for this company, I do get a lot more weekends off. The last company I worked, I mean, I could go 2 months without a day off. It was bad. I got to pretty much be available though most of the time. It just depends if we have any rush jobs or not. All right, brother. I'm probably not gonna be on here much longer. Thanks again for stopping in, man. I'll holler at you later. Okay, yeah. So I'm the guy who fixes those when they go bad, and y'all send them out. Y'all send them to us, to our motor shops. I'm actually in a motor shop now. I was in a coal shop, but they started doing winding, and so I ran the high voltage coal department for a while. I ran their insulation department for a while. Then I was quality over everything, but I had to keep arguing even with the stupid supervisors. It's like, you're putting out a crap coal. Stop. Nope, just get it out the door. And I'm like, that's not how you get return business. You know that, right? And, then we had the winding department. I was running that for a while. Then they hired 3 people and told all of us we were running it, and we only had 3 of us back there. And I'm like, well, you're your own boss. And I'm like, that's stupid. I mean, yeah, I know I was the only one who did my motors, but the other 2 guys, they kind of did the same thing. It's like, how can you tell them they're both in charge? It's just, they didn't know how to run a company. I don't know how they're still in business. I love the people there, but the company itself, just, I was there for 12 years and it was just maddening. But so yeah, as far as weekends go, if I have to be available, that's why. Like, I can take off pretty much whenever I want on the weekends. They don't make me work, but I have to be available in case I'm needed. So that means I got to be pretty close. I'm fishing 5 minutes from my house. It's funny how much that happens. This is a one-piece rod right here. The Asagi. I love these. These are nice. This is a Sweet Caroline. It is a 7.6 medium heavy fast. I like it. They have an Asagi one that's just really for like jerk baits and flukes and stuff like that. But I got the one I got now. I'll use that one for the flukes. I really like it. Pretty much. I'm available for them 24/7. But when the toilet paper crisis was going on, you know, like we had a big rush job because one of the Charmin plants had one of their big lines was down. We helped get that back up, so we covered y'all's butts. I'm just thanks to us, we got the production going again. I wasn't concerned because I got a bidet, so when people are fighting over toilet paper, I go skipping by, just like I got a bidet, and they're all like, "Shut up." All fun and games until you don't have one. Yeah, my schedule is Monday through Friday, and I'm available every weekend. So I was supposed to be at work this morning. Oh, I was at work this morning. I go in between 4:30 and 5 every morning, and then I get off between 2:30 and 3:30. Unless there's some days I've been there till 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I've had some days that I've worked 28, 29 hours straight to get something out. So it's just whatever they need, I'm there for them. Yeah, this slipless isn't doing nothing. The other one did much better. I do have one I gotta try out from, I don't know if y'all have heard of Rebel Angler. Or it's a testing place. My wife tagged me in it. I was gonna do it a long time ago, but I knew you had to pay a little bit of money. But she saw an advertisement and tagged me in it, and I'm like, cool, I'll sign up. So basically you pay for shipping and they send you stuff. But I have one of these little crankbaits that I'm supposed to try out. What's up, boss? Yeah, I might as well tie that on because ain't nothing else working this morning. Well, boss, we got 2 in the boat. But what time is it? Oh wow, it's 10:30. I'm gonna go eat me some lunch before I go home. That's one thing about leaving today. I had a big old thing of fried chicken. I left that for my guys. It's like, all right, y'all devour that. They're gonna enjoy that here in a little bit. Ooh, yeah, me too. I'm not I don't gamble well because usually gambling never works out for me, and that's a gamble. You could get a $30 reel, you could get a $300 reel. I don't know. I may try it one time just to try it, just to do. You know what? I'll go ahead and order one today, and I'll do a live on it, just so I'll prove to you. I don't ever have good luck with those, with anything like that. Yeah, I tried the wacky rigging earlier. That's one of the new things that I did since I started my live. That people are like, "Here, try this," and I'm like, "Okay," and I just haven't had any luck with it today. I mean, really, today is just the bite is just way off. I need to check see what our barometric pressure is. Maybe we got that. Maybe that's really high right now since it's done rained. I guess we're having the clear sky fishing or whatever it is after the storms type thing. That's my finger. Y'all ever used one of these? The top one. It's got that little blade in there that spins. I'm gonna try this little crankbait. If that don't work, I'm gonna try this real loud one over here. It's a combination of a jerkbait. Or no, that is the jerkbait one. It's not the one I was thinking of. Got one of those little hunter ones too. Might try that. Tell you what though, it's getting hot out here. Water is up to 86 degrees already. Come hither. Hold on a second, y'all. I can't see my screen. Let me get this tied on. I'll get to where I can see it. So if I missed something, I apologize. It was unintentional. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 again. Who knows how to say 7 in Spanish? Is it siete? I forget. I can't get past 8, and that's if I remember when I'm... Come here. A little collection. Alright, let me get the shade so I can see my phone real quick, and then I'll start casting again, y'all. I apologize. I guess I'll go back in the shade to throw this one too, because it looks like it has a pretty decent sized bill on it. I don't even know how deep it goes. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna scroll back down 1 second. Wait, were you asking for a mystery box for your birthday? Oh, you only count to 6? You can count to 10? Show off. How do you say 9 and 10? You know how to spell it? I don't even know if I'll be able to read it, but... Alright, so this little crankbait I'm supposed to try for Rebel anglers. It's a crankbait, but it's got a, it does that. So, let's see if that little extra action helps any. It only cost me $4 shipping, so, 9, 10. Well, thanks, brother. You cleared that right up for me. That's kind of like I did a thing on Facebook the other day. I'm like, hey, has anyone got any areas that aren't overfished? Any good fishing spots? I had like 6 people go like in the water, and I'm like, I'm gonna try that next time. Thanks. I'll tell you, the main thing I was really hoping for today was the 2 neighborhoods around this lake. They found my schedule because I don't ever catch them out here, but I'll come in after work one day and I'll find all kinds of trash. I'll find like lures stuck in the tree. I had a bobber out here the other day. I don't use bobbers, and I'm like, well, maybe they got my schedule figured out. And I'm like, well, maybe they'll be out here today and I can make them YouTube famous, but no one was out here. Nathan, what's up? Long time no see. Maybe at least, what, 16, 18 hours? This thing is bouncing all over the place. I'll give it that. I need to get a camera to put underneath my kayak that I can get like underwater footage. Underwater. Yeah, I cannot get that out for nothing. Nathan, you missed Arizona, and Barbie were in here just a minute ago too. I go back over here to a deep area with this one. In a minute, I'm about to put it in the grass. Put them in the grass. I don't know, my little girl, I love her to death, but she might compete with your dog. My little girl gets mad at me because I like tickle the little hair sticking out between her pads. And she just like jumps up and bounces. You know, I say that like she's a little dog. She's a 70-pound German Shepherd, but she, she's funny. If there's anyone else, she'd bite him. She don't bite me. You know, it's like Kevin Hart was talking about his dog one time. He's like, one of his friends was like, "Does he bite?" And he's like, "You don't bite me." That's the way she is. So there's different options for the mystery box. I just knew there was one. I never really looked at them. Yeah, look at their website. But if you go to the website, always do / Jason Keener after you put in the Cast King. Even if you don't buy nothing, it'll help me out. Just letting them know that I'm sending y'all that way. So don't ever just go castking.com, enter. Yeah, Ruby's will do that too. I have a hard time cutting her nails. But Jinx, he just lays there. He don't like it, but he'll let you do it. $4.20, what's up, Cod? You know, I've gotten 2 and I had 1 jump off. Caught both of them over there in that corner. But now I got a little lure that I'm supposed to be trying for Rebel anglers. Nope. We'll see. I don't like the gold bottom. The rest of it I'm kind of digging, but skater. I got some more stuff coming in the mail today, so I want to go. Like I said, I want to go home and take care of my honeydew list and make sure I'm there to see the mailbox. That's not why I left work today, though. Just I didn't know about it until after I left. Yeah, it's definitely. It is definitely an oddball. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff Ruby does. So I think my dog Ruby, I think she was taken from her mom too young. We got her. She was almost 2 years old. She was living in a cage outside, and it was it was a kennel. I don't want to say a cage, but first thing she did, she bit my son. Not my youngest son. She bit my older son because he was on his way. He came over to pick up his son, my grandson, and he went to go pick him up, and she didn't know who he was, so she jumped on him and bit him, get him away from the baby. And I'm like, what's up, Owen? How are you doing today, buddy? So, you know, even though she bit my son, I had to, you know, discipline her pretty good. Of course, her and I had to start over our relationship after that, but no, he's got scars. She grabbed a hold of his hand and she about pulled him to the ground by his hand. She bit the fire out of him. She does not like anyone going towards the grandbabies. Jinx, he's different. He's 107 pounds. And he will get in between you and the grandbabies. Like, he'll just stop you from going. And no one in their right mind is going to try pushing around them because you don't want to be on the business end of that dog. Yeah, Ruby is very likely to actually hurt somebody. So I've been working hard. I've taken her to obedience school. She ran out the door about 4 or 5 months ago in the morning, and she ran across. We got some new neighbors. They got a big old pit bull, and not an old pit bull. I'm talking like dudes in his prime, all muscle pit bull. And she decided, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna kill him. And she ran over there and she jumped on him, and that pit bull grabbed her by the throat. And she's lucky to be alive. She did not realize that she's not the biggest dog in the yard. Yeah, see, like I said, Jinx, he don't bite. He's been socialized with us since he was just, we got him literally right at 6 weeks old. I went and picked him up, and I carried him home. You can, underneath my regular videos, there's a video about If Jinx Don't Trust You, the song I did. Pretty much if my dog don't like you, I'm probably not going to like you much either. And I guess we can try trolling with this goofy little thing. This is kind of a deep one, so I don't know how long I'll be able to do it for. But this shows when I brought him home. When he was just 20 pounds. And he looked like a little wolf sleeping on my lap. It was funny. But he's just always been the most laid back dog, and we've socialized him since day one. Our vet said he's gonna be way too big. You gotta socialize him, and so we have. That's it. She like pushes your hands like away, even though she likes it. That's kind of goofy stuff Ruby does. That's funny. There you go. There's how you need to get. That's how you get your subscribers up. Do shorts of that. I actually added over 1,000, well, almost 1,000 subscribers just by doing shorts, which I found out later was not really a good thing, because the people who like shorts, that's what they do. They watch shorts. And so if you're doing a long video like this, they'll just scroll right past, and it messes up your algorithm. I didn't know that until Real was saying it on one of his videos. That's funny. All right. Well, that may have been the ground. Never mind. That's what I was saying. It gets kind of shallow over here. Yeah, I think that was just the ground. I was a little close to the shore. Well, I think I'm about done. Fish are not cooperating today. I say that and I just see some shad jumping back here like they're getting chased. Are the fish coming back to this area again? That'd be great. Yeah, it's definitely. I just cut my hair, so I got a sunburn on my head. Oh, cool. Well, good. I'm glad I made the shorts then. So it works out well too then. Eli, what's up? Yeah, I took it right through the grass. Yeah, I'm not digging this one. I don't like the way. I just don't like it. I don't think I'm gonna give him a good review on it. I'm not gonna give him a bad review, but I'm not gonna. That's what I'm saying. I won't lie to you about something. If I like it, I'll let you know. If I don't, I'll let you. At least I might not scream to the top of the mountains about how much I don't like it, but if you ask me straight up, I'll give you a straight answer. Let's see if there's anything else in here I'm going to try before I leave. Oh, I can see some shad jumping. Let me try this little goofy shad thing. Have y'all used one of these bills? I have not caught anything with one of these yet. But I know. Excuse me. I know a lot of fishermen who swear by them. All right, cool. Yeah, I know. What's his name? Tyler's Real Fishing. I watch him a lot. He swears by these. Not Six Senses, because he's sponsored by Strike King and stuff, but it's kind of like the Whopper Ploppers and the Chopos and all that. Everyone's got their own version of the same stuff. It's just a matter of what company you like. It's like, now we got another company that's making the PB crawler. It's Eddie's Baits, but it's the PB crawler. I'm actually going to get one in the mail today, and when I do, I'm actually going to take one of the wings off and see if they're interchangeable with the PB crawler, because they look the exact same, and I'm just curious. All right, so y'all said I need to do a giveaway for a pair of pliers next time. Ooh. Yeah, you gotta make sure the braid is in the blade to cut it, not underneath it. I wish they went all the way down, but I guess they wouldn't work right if they did. So this is not a deep diving one. It's almost like a wake bait, but it does real good with rocks and sticks and not snodgrass, but pretty much everything else. I mean, it's going down about 3 feet. It's right down there by the. Yeah, it's right down there, kind of low. Got some rocks right here. I might get beside them. Well, be careful now, because most of these lures are designed to catch the fishermen, not fish. So, and I'm trying to, if I'm using something, I want to let y'all know what it is. And I hate that, because once I throw the pack away, I forget. I got a Dimps one in here I want to try. I forget the name of it, but I just keep forgetting to grab it and throw it on and try it. It's got tungsten and stuff on it. I just forget the actual name of it. I know it's a Depths crankbait though. Came from China or Japan, where all the good fishing stuff comes from. Ooh, I'm gonna pull my short legs up. Get a little bit more tan, a little higher on the thighs. I got a good tan right up until about there. That way I can wear my shorty shorts around the house. I am in a foot of water, so foot and a half. I got about a good 2 feet. I mean, you can see all the way down. I mean, the water's pretty clear. Maybe I need to do some brighter stuff. It says the water is almost 87 degrees already. Feels good. All the places I really like fishing are kind of really shallow, so that's why I'm usually using the other stuff on it. I think it's just time to go get something to eat for me. Give me a second, y'all. I can't see my phone at the moment. I'm gonna ask the property owners if I can put maybe some kind of floating structure out here and anchor it down out here in the middle of the lake and build something to put out here. Actually, I got a bunch of spare wood at home that would actually be kind of cool. Back when I get home, I'm gonna send him a text, talk to him about that. I know he's at work, so I don't want to just call him. I just went over some fish. I'm gonna slow down a little bit, and that bait gets to them. They have a better chance of grabbing it. And they're all suspended. I'm not seeing nothing at the bottom, which, as warm as the water is, you think that they would be. Something hit it, or I hit something. I just went through a bunch of fish. Yeah, I leave my when I do troll, I usually just hold on to put my thumb on the spool. That way, if I do get snagged or something like that, I can just let my thumb go. I don't got to worry about it yanking the rod out of my hand. Yeah, there's no grass on it, so it did good. But it's got more of a wobble action. It floats, so if you quit reeling for a second, if it does get too deep, it just comes right back up. Let me see this real quick. Hey y'all, see I got some more people come in. I apologize, I missed you. I didn't see my phone when I was rolling back over here to the shade. Yeah, the players are awesome. Canada. Ooh, that'd suck. That would suck. But it would make for a good live stream, though. I mean, to have to pull it out. I foul hook a fish like that, reeling in real quick. Yeah, I've had two different players from Cast King, and I like them both. These are the upgrade. The other ones I left next to a lake somewhere. Oh, the BX Brat's what you did it with, and that's what you had me get? Yeah, I'm going to leave here in a minute, buddy. I'm going to go get some lunch. My sugar's getting low. That's all right. If they work, that's what matters. No, man, it's okay. It's good to be excited. In this world, it's hard to find something to be excited about sometimes. Got a fish over there in the shallows. Keeps popping up. Fishing them little bait fish around. Yeah, it's always nice to get a new toy. 52 likes. Thank y'all. Appreciate that. I didn't even see that. Yeah, we're gonna send him something else, get him excited again. He's gonna have nothing to talk about in a minute. Hey, Jim. A little tanker. I got a wake bait that I just bought that I used one time, but then I left it in my tackle box, and the tail got all melted. I gotta find the other tail, change it out. Right. All right, I'm all caught up. All right. Sorry, y'all. It takes me a minute. My big old fingers, they don't really work all the time. I call it fat finger syndrome. Yeah, we'll cast this a few more times. Like I said, I can feel my sugar dropping a little bit. Ain't too bad. My body's used to me eating 11:30 anyway. Oh, no doubt. That's definitely how it works. Or fishing on a getaway. Ooh. Yeah, but where are you going, man? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm gonna say fishing because you're excited about it. If it's gonna make the week last longer, you're doing something. You're definitely gonna be doing something you want to do. I tell you what, I'm not real excited about loading up my truck. I'm gonna cut down some branches and stuff out of the pathway driving in. So I'm gonna do a little bit of work on my way out too. But I'm getting used to doing it at night now. Now I'm gonna be doing it over there in the sun. I guess I could pull everything up that bank, but that would still suck. Hey, don't start that now. Oh man, that's gonna be an awesome weekend right there. I have some. I don't know if y'all check out LS Lures. I guess they got a website, but they're on YouTube. But LS Lures, if you do go in there, tell Hunter that I sent y'all in there. But he makes hand-tied jigs. I got a bunch of his jigs. I need to bring them back out here. He made me some Alabama and Michigan jigs, and the Alabama jigs did pretty good. Michigan didn't do so hot, but you know, we're in the Southeastern Conference, so what do you expect? All right, start casting this out, and I got a bunch of bait fish that seem to have followed it. I really like this little spot down here because there's a lot of structure, but it's not real deep. Yeah, I don't really like the editing too. That's something else I've actually found that I really like about the doing the lives is I don't have to edit. I mean, it is what it is. If I catch something, which I didn't do any time today, but there we go. Pulled one out from under that log. You done, homie? Hey. All right, look, he's got to go back in. He's All right, come on, get back in there. You went right back to that log. While I was watching his acrobatics, I got kind of stuck in my bag over here. All right. Yeah, that I cast it right there by that little lay down, and I watched him come right out and grab it. Of course, I don't think he'll do it again, but you know, you never know. Man, you're big on nets. I'm actually worried about getting one in one of my legs, but when I do drop the fish in the kayak, I'm kind of worried that one's gonna get up underneath me and kind of swat me from underneath. Oh, there's a bunch of bait fish all around that log. No wonder there was a bass laying there. I put on a little shad one. It's a little bit bigger than them. I don't know. Can y'all see the bait fish swimming underneath the log right there? In the summer, there's always storms brewing down there. What, Mr. Jim? What part of Florida are you in, if you don't mind me asking, sir? I'm class of '92 out of Clearwater. That's why I was wondering. Oh yeah, I'm waiting for it. I've actually thought about putting another board underneath the seat, just so that way that doesn't happen. I need to like block it off so they quit going up in there. Yeah, I do the highlights. I just keep forgetting to do them. I had a couple this weekend. I really wish I would have, so I actually had to go back and do it the hard way. One of them just took so long because it was a big fish that I still had to go back and record it and stuff. Because the 45-second or 49-second highlight reel wasn't long enough. Max, what's going on? Swanee country. I tell you what, when I was at boys camp when I was 15. State put me in there, get me away from my stepdad. But neither here nor there. But we did a 19-day Swanee River trip. Went down in canoes. We had 5 canoes. Went down the Swanee River. That was probably one of the best experiences of my childhood. I absolutely loved that. And to this day, I still, me and my friends from there, we still talk about it every now and again. It was just so much fun. Yeah, I always forget too. I just get so excited. Yeah, man. I mean, if you can, I mean, if you're gonna be out there anyway, you might as well, right? And you're starting young, so it's not like not like you're gonna be doing it for an income or nothing. But you know what? Your channel could blow up. By the time you're 18, you could actually be an influencer. It happens on accident every now and again. I mean, no rhyme or reason. And of course, some people do put in a whole lot of work, and that's why it happens. But yeah, one more. Just a second ago, you just missed it. Did a quick release, but I did a quick release into the kayak, so I was waiting for it to calm down for a second, so I could get a hold of it, and it just fell off before I could get a hold of it. So I let him go on the other side of the kayak, and he went right back to that log. But there's a lot of bait fish around it, so I mean, I guess if I was a bass, I'd go right back to that log too. Try to get my big butt in the shade over here for a minute. Hey, Nathan. Yeah, do an unboxing a combo, definitely. That'd be great. Slurry, we'll talk to you later, brother. Thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah, we had a. It's just that was a lot of fun. And I like it because we got pictures and stuff. So I was 15 then. I'm 52 now, so it's been a minute. But my kids will look at the pictures from there that I got from there, and it was fun. Didn't see any live alligators the whole time, the whole trip. I figured that we'd see some. I was actually terrified of it at first, but after about a week, you got real comfortable with it because you didn't see any. I mean, I knew they were there, but nah. Just set it up in front of you and just have it hanging up somehow and looking straight down as you're opening it. I think I'm gonna have some Mexican for lunch, not Taco Bell this time though. See you, buddy. Tape the phone to your chest. Well, that's no good. Yeah, definitely. I tried the wacky rig. I tried the big black worm, the BBW, and I'm working with Topwater. I got one with my PB crawler. I got one with the crankbait. I got one with this crankbait, and had one get off on something else earlier. Ah. Just saw a fish over there by the bank, so I wanted to cast. If I figure out where it was and cast over there to it, just with whatever I had on, which was this. Oof. I'm gonna have to get in there and turn on the air conditioning here in a second. I'm gonna come back later tonight to do the trimming on the trails. And 3/0 EWG usually works pretty good, or you could do the straight shank hooks. Yeah, I have a public lake I'm gonna go to next time. It's really overfished, but if you can get in the right spot, I mean, there's some big fish in there, but they've seen every kind of lure you can think of. As you got like 4 different cities that are around Clay that people come from, and they come from everywhere. Like I was saying the one day, I mean, you could turn around and I could see 30 people on any given day on one of the banks, just about 4 or 5 feet away from each other, and it's like, really? So if you're in the kayak, it's not that bad. I have 2 of those, and I have not caught anything on them yet. And that's why I love I have the ALTI on my